Welcome, KSL Gang. Welcome KSL Gang. Today we're going to be reviewing all 6 fragrances from the Bath & Body Works Disney Princess collab. For 2 days only, they let you shop the collection online, but it's going to be officially out February 16th. I'm also going to be doing layering combinations, but because we are talking about 6 fragrances, I'm going to be doing 2 combos per fragrance. But okay, let's jump in. First up, we have a Cinderella with notes of gardenia petals, enchanting musk, and sapphire blue amber. On the opening, the gardenia is pretty strong. It's one of my favorite florals because it's a creamy floral. In here, it's very creamy, slightly sweet. It's very feminine and romantic feeling. At the same time, it's soft and delicate. It is very pretty in here. With the gardenia along with the musk, it reminded me of Bath & Body Works 1 in a Million. I believe if you love 1 in a Million, you will love this one. The musk adds a nice sensual, warm, and a slight powdery touch to it. It is very beautiful. It gives it a really nice depth and not just a overly floral fragrance. And the amber adds more warmth and is sweet. I even said that in my initial thoughts when I was going over the notes before I got the fragrance. I said it might smell perfumey, and it does. It smells very, very perfumey. And I will say it's one of the longest lasting ones. It projects nicely. It was coming up off of my skin with the quickness. It was still on me pretty good at the 4-hour mark, so that's amazing, and even longer on the clothes, of course. Now for a couple layering combos, I wanted to bring something delicate in here, something sweet, something that was not going to overwhelm Cinderella, and that was Brazilian Crush Cheriosa 68. It has the jasmine, the musk, but it also has sheer vanilla, it has dragon fruit and other sweet notes, so this pairing is beautiful. Next, I tried Victoria's Secret Per Seduction Golden. This added another burst of fruitiness in there, but it also has amber, so it kept it nice, sensual, and warm, and adding in some of the original Per Seduction DNA notes. So very, very beautiful if you want to add more sweetness and fruitiness to it. Love it. And next we have Tiana with notes of delicate water lily, gilded amber, and shimmering bayou woods. I think by now y'all have heard over and over that we all thought this was going to be a sweet gourmand fragrance, but now looking at collections that they have had in the past, we have asked for gourmands over and over, right? And I'm sure they have seen some of our comments and suggestions. Bath & Body Works often leans towards cleaner, more universally appealing scents in their collections. I guess where a range of people can enjoy, maybe that's a safe blind buy to them, like just cleaner, delicate, floral type fragrances. And a sweet gourmand, I know everyone doesn't like them, and that could be universal to us, but just for a broader audience, they tend to stick with clean floral fragrances or fresh and aquatic. Maybe they're done their research about it and this is what sells. But I think one gourmand fragrance would have not hurt at all. It probably would have been one of the most popular ones. But hey, what did I know? But let's get into this fragrance. With the water lily, it's light, fresh, and slightly aquatic. It's not that heavy floral. It's more on the light and delicate side, and that's what it portrays in this fragrance. You know, it smells more natural and subtle. It is a really light, watery, fresh floral. The amber gives it some sweetness, and it always gives off a warm feeling. Now the wood note in here is not strong at all. I thought it would be like a really nice woody dry down along with that pretty light delicate floral note, but it's not. But I am picking up a fruity aroma in here, something fruity, tangy, a little tart. I will say a lime, but then when I keep smelling my arm, it's like, okay, it's a little bit more of an orange smell to it. So it's like a little bit mixture of those to me. So I'm really surprised they didn't put an actual fruity note on there to point it out, and that'll give me more options to play with when I come up with layering combos. This is something of a delicate watery floral with some fruitiness and a touch of green freshness. As it dries down more, I feel like I'm leaning more towards the lime scent, but I'm still getting a hint of orange. So you definitely have to determine that when you try it. And now this one lasts around 2.5 hours with not a lot of projection. It wasn't just laying there. I got it a little bit depending on how much you spray, and I did go in kind of heavy, so I think that helped out with getting it in the air. But if you're doing a couple of sprays, it might just lay on the skin. The layering combos definitely helped out getting it over that 3.5. So the first one we got is Victoria's Secret Bare Vanilla Luxe. I said, let me see what this vanilla cashmere and marshmallow note do, and it's perfect. That just let me know if they even added a whipped vanilla note or a creamy vanilla note in this fragrance and keeping the notes they have, it would have switched it up. It would have definitely switched it up. But this smells beautiful together. You have the marshmallow and vanilla. It gives those floral notes and the fruity notes in there a creamy feel. It even smells more sensual and comforting. So I'm really feeling this combo. And any oil I pair with this one, it'll definitely be a sweet gourmand vanilla. And then I was like, since I'm getting a fruity note in here, let me add something a little bit more fruity, vibrant, and sweet, which is perfect in pink. You know, that one has the cherries, has a floral note, it has the whipped almond creme. It still gave it a creamy, fluffy touch, but with the cherries mixed in with the fruity notes I get in a Tiana, it is beautiful. That just let me know I'm going to go all out when I come up with more layering combos to add to this one. It can take a more fruity fragrance and more of a sweet gourmand fragrance. Not anything too wild and out, but you know, something in the creamy whipped vanilla or fruity range. But yeah, it definitely makes it exciting to wear. And next we have Belle with notes of rose petals, sparkling buttercup, and whipped vanilla. So when I was reading the notes the other day, I was saying to myself, this just seems like a nice classic scent. Not too much going on, like it would be a safe blind buy. But then you have the rose in there. I said, okay, it depends on how the rose is light or not. And the rose in this one is on the lighter side. Surprised by that. Usually when I read a rose fragrance, it's very noticeable. People that don't really care for a rose but still like a really nice pretty floral scent, it could possibly be a safe blind buy. Now I say that loosely, depending on how sensitive you are when you're picking up fragrance notes. I definitely get more of that buttercup and whipped vanilla, and it's not a dense vanilla, it's just an airy light whipped vanilla. On the opening I do get the rose. It's just really soft and sheer, but it does add a nice feminine touch to it. If it didn't have that, it probably been more on the plain side. The buttercup is bright and sweet, and that's not a heavy floral as well. The whipped vanilla definitely balance out those two floral notes to just make it a really nice classy soft fragrance. But me being a rose lover in the past couple years, I want a little bit more of that. Not overwhelming or taking over the scent, but just a little bit more. Even though it's a delicate fragrance, I did get a little projection out of it. And this one's actually on the skin around 3 hours. Of course, without adding anything to it first. Now for some layering combinations, I know I said 2, but I had to do 3. I had a whole lineup of 10 fragrances with this one because it's super easy to pair with things. So I tried out Bath & Body Works Sweet Petal Pound Cake. You know, it has that candied rose, it has that raspberry swirl, and frosted bun cake. It gave me a sweeter rose and some more fruity notes to go along with it, and it was really pretty. It seemed like whatever you pair to Belle, you can't go wrong with it, long as it's within the scent family. And then I tried out Zara's Rose Gourmand, which is like one of my favorite rose fragrances. It added a little bit more sweetness, creaminess to it. Then I tried out Victoria's Secret Bows and Roses, and that one has the rose and the berries in there, so it gave me fruitiness, sweetness, and more of the rose note. And next we have Jasmine with notes of sparkling jasmine flower, jewel currants, and soft woods. Out of the group, this one can be more of a deeper, more a little bit bold. The jasmine in here is sweet, is also a little bit bright. As it dries down, it's like I'm getting a tart berry aroma with a little bit sweetness. The dry down also has this earthy smokiness to it. I was thinking maybe I could bring in some deep fragrances. Well, I did with one of them. Even though it's a bold one to me, it was on me for around 3 hours, and then it would start to get light and faint. First combination I tried is Bath & Body Works Cozy Vanilla Bourbon. You know, it has the warm bourbon, the dark fruits, and the vanilla liqueur. And y'all know I like this particular packaging in Cozy Vanilla Bourbon. It is way more sweeter. So that's what I was looking for. I said I need some more sweetness in here, but not just sweetness. I want to keep it on the bold vibe. Remember I said I got that tart berry smell, so the dark fruits in here definitely sweeten it up. And then the warm bourbon, it gave it that extra layer of depth. It's nice and perfumey, so I am loving these two together. Next I tried out Victoria's Secret Velvet Petals Luxe. This is beautiful together. It has the star flower, the patchouli woods, and then the DNA of the original original Velvet Petals, which is something light, creamy, floral. So it added in some bright fruitiness in here. It matched the energy of Jasmine, but with a different layer of it. So this was really, really good together. And next is Moana, with notes of lush green palms, plumeria breeze, and coconut water. The opening is fresh, tropical, and green. Then I get a nice, vibrant sweetness. For a split second, when I first sprayed it, I was like, is that you, Tropicdelic? But I'm like, no, this one is way more sweeter. It also smells light and airy. The coconut water is refreshing in here. It definitely puts you in the mindset of tropical beaches. The freshness that's in here, it reminded me a little bit of Chasing Fireflies. It's not Chasing Fireflies at all, but you know how it has that fresh, clean note? It's like the same type of note in here. So it's like I'm getting a couple of different fragrances, but it's still its own fragrance. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to bring in some pineapple fragrances. The two that I have, they are both pineapple, but different types of pineapple. The first one is Victoria's Secret Pineapple and Shea. This one is just a creamy, fresh pineapple scent. I'm like, of course you can add a tropical fruit to this tropical fragrance, and it was delicious in here. It smelled like the ultimate vacation fragrance with those two together. And next one I tried out is Victoria's Secret Pineapple High. Now this one turned up the notch all the way when it comes to fruity and sweet. Not only does it has pineapple, it also has kiwi and vanilla rum. This one is just all about tropical, fruity, fun, fresh. I love it. So you can have a lot of fun with this one doing different pairings. And this one lasted on me for around 3 hours. And last up we have is Ariel, with notes of sea salt breeze, golden citrus, and coral waters. Now like Jasmine, this one is on the lines of being a unisex fragrance, but I have smelled some cologne that has the same type of vibe going on, but this is a little bit more sweeter. So the opening is this light, airy, aquatic freshness. I'm even getting some saltiness in there. It's not a heavy aquatic fragrance. As far as being strong, when I first applied it, it is pretty potent on the opening. And like I said, I do get some sweetness in there from the citrus. It's warm, citrus, and zesty. It definitely has an ocean aroma. Not in a bad way. It's just all the fresh and clean that's in here, which can be a love for some. You know me, I'm gonna find a way to sweeten the fragrance up if I think it needs more. So I tried out Calypso Clementine, a nice citrus with some sweetness. So this was perfect. I said, okay, now let me pair it with something with the same type of profile. So I tried out Bath and Body Works Aqua Hour, which is watery bergamot and salty cedarwood. Now you watch my haul. When I hauled this one, I loved it. This is very perfumey. It's strong. So I was like, okay, let me just bring it on home and pair those two together. And it was a powerhouse. They complement each other very well, because sometimes I want a bold, fresh, and clean scent. Now if you want to break up all of the fresh and clean that's in the Ariel fragrance, go ahead, try and add in a soft vanilla fragrance, something with a sheer vanilla or a whipped vanilla, if you want to balance out all the fresh and clean scents. Surprisingly, I didn't, right? Usually I would have brought in something like that, but I said I just want to bring in a little bit more citrus and even more fresh and clean. And this one lasted for about 3 hours before I had to reapply. Okay guys, that's going to complete my review and thoughts and learning combinations with Bath and Body Works Disney Princess collab. I don't necessarily have a top favorite out of the group. I think the most safe, blind buy, and easygoing would have to be Belle. I could be wrong, but I really believe that's the most easygoing fragrance out of the 6. It's not too much going on, even though it has the rose in there. Like I said, it's not strong. I even brought in more rose fragrances to pull it out. But at the end of the day, it all depends on what you like. This is a nice, fun, cute collection, but I do see how the fragrances was going. Like I said, Bath and Body Works tends to cater to a more broader audience when it comes to scent notes and scent families. Not too much sweet gourmands going on, but I mean, I know we've been asking for it for so long. You'll think they just give us just one within these collections each time, but you know, they do what they do. All I know is if they do a second set of these Disney princesses, I know Mulan's not like a princess, but let's add Mulan. Like to this day, that movie is on repeat. That's what I grew up with. I'm also very surprised there was no Anna, no Elsa in here, Pocahontas. But if you pick something up during an early release, which ones you pick up? Are you excited to try them on the 16th? Are you interested in any of these? I know you guys voiced your opinions earlier. Some of you said that y'all are not getting anything from this collection. Now when it comes to getting more stuff in the collection, I do want the body cream to Belle that I know, and I'm still trying to see if I'll get any other ones. But if you haven't already, subscribe and join the KSL gang. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see see you in the next one. Hey KSL gang, if you're into ASMR, make sure to check out my other channel, Keke's ASMR Stories and Reviews. Also, if you're looking for quick, easy recipes, check out my other channel in Keke's Kitchen. I'll see you over there.